Okay, well, it is a new week in our class, and we shift to that final frontier of digital media, video. So it's a big project that's due at the end of the semester about video, that uses video, and I wanted to introduce that and then talk about how to get there. So on May 5th is the end of our finals week, and we have this video project due May 5th at 11:59 p.m. So here's the information about the project. For this project, you will choose either a drama or documentary and shoot and edit the type of video you have chosen. All media used in your video must be created by yourself or your group members in this class, or it must be licensed so that you can use it legally in your video. And it must be PG or G rated, little violence, no strong language or sexuality, that type of thing. And the video must use good camera composition, including following headroom and nose room rules, the 180-degree rule, and also holding the camera still, and including smooth, purposeful motion. The video must avoid zooming, don't zoom, and the video must include a high amount of wide, medium, or close-up shots that interlink to each other, that cut into each other. So, in other words, don't just submit me a video that is all one shot of like one person doing the same thing. Instead, cut to close-ups, cut to medium shots, cut to wide shots based on what you want to do for your video. If it's a drama, it would be the opportunity to increase drama with those different shots, and if it's a documentary, then to show more information or to give more information on the issue. That is the focus of the drama. Alright, so also you must edit the video so that you have to include good quality audio and edit the video so that all mistakes or outtakes have been removed. You can put them in the end though if you want to because they're fun sometimes, and so that the story of the video makes sense. So the creation of this video begins with an idea, moves to an outline, and then includes storyboards of each shot that show how the shooting process should go. If you choose to create a drama, you're going to include the elements of drama such as setting, plot, characters, theme, dialogue, and spectacle/conflict. And you are also required to follow a plot structure that includes an exposition, inciting incident, rising action, climax, falling action, and a resolution. And I think you'll understand how those work. Most people who've been through school understand those, but I'll also talk about those briefly. I think that starts next week. If you choose to create a documentary, you are required to choose an event, issue, or theme on which the documentary should focus. Then choose people who were involved or knowledgeable with this issue, theme, or event, and include interviews, B-roll footage. That's footage that shows up during maybe while somebody's talking. It doesn't necessarily show the person who's talking, but it cuts away to something else that is what they're talking about or related to what they're talking about. Music and sound that focuses on the theme, event, or issue. The focus of the documentary is to help the viewer come to learn the truth about an issue, theme, or event. It's best to see what people and resources you already have access to and then choose an issue, theme, or event that fits these people and or resources. So yeah, I mean, unless you have access, like if you wanted to do something about the recent shootings in Florida, then you probably wouldn't want to choose that unless you happen to have some kind of inside access to the students there or some connection there. So you're probably going to choose something that's a little more localized here if you choose to do documentary as your theme or issue or event. Okay, so for grad students, the length of the video and finish should be 5 to 10 minutes and 3 to 5 minutes for undergraduate students. So those are the differences in the requirements for the different levels of students. And then you are going to upload the video to YouTube or SchoolTube and then submit a Word document with a link to the video on YouTube in the appropriate, or on SchoolTube in the appropriate Dropbox and D2L. So in other words, upload the video and then give me the link to it. So these are the rubric requirements. You can look through those for a drama and then also for a documentary. So it depends on which one you choose, how you'll be graded, of course. But that is the assignment that we're working toward over the next several weeks, the video project. So the first thing to come up with really is to think about the idea for the project, and so that's what we're talking about this week a little bit, is just having you start to think about that on April 9th through the 14th week. You'll be learning about video production and the elements of drama this week as well. So, the video process, composition, and elements of drama. And then avoid vertical video syndrome. And do not use vertical video in your project. That's a big one. Don't use vertical video in your project. And that will tell you a little bit more about what vertical video is, but any device that you use to shoot video, you should hold it horizontally, not vertically. Our eyes are horizontal, they're not vertical. And you can't turn a computer screen or TV to show something vertically, so no vertical video. Okay, what else did I want to do? Another thing is good scripting and storyboarding. So yeah, you'll want to plan on writing out a pretty good script for your video. For your documentary, you probably won't have the full script because you don't know what people will respond in interviews or questions that you ask them. So you might have a question and answer session and then interview someone for a documentary type video. But you don't need to do that. You don't have to script out everything. You probably just have to have the questions that you would like to ask somebody about an event or issue. For the drama, though, yeah, you're going to want to script out, all the dialogue, all the things that people will say in the drama. Write it all out beforehand. And then also for storyboarding, again, storyboarding is making a picture of how you want the video to proceed and how you want the video to look before you actually shoot the video. Most people, when they create a storyboard for this class, they don't go as in detail as they should. There should be far more shots in the storyboard than most people create for this class. So make sure you do that. Make sure you put every little shot that you want to show in your video before you actually go out and shoot it. Just saves you a lot of time and trouble. What else? So you're going to start thinking about your video this week, and you're going to post about what you think, whether you want to do a drama or documentary, and maybe some ideas for it. You're not set in stone right now. You don't have to necessarily do what you discussed this week, but you can start with some ideas and just be thinking about, what your video might be about for this project. And then I did want to show you a few things from my iPad. This is from my digital media camp that I run each year. And it'd be great to show you just a little bit about editing in this camp and so forth. So, hold on, I need to get rid of this extra clip. So, what I was talking about with editing was to make things more dramatic, I want to be sure to edit things in to make them make sense. So here I have a shot of somebody running down, and here he's turning something off, basically. He's turning, it looks like a thermostat, actually, what he's messing with. So he's there, he's messing with it. But what makes it more interesting and engaging is that we are cutting from this clip, and hopefully you can see that it's kind of dark. We're cutting from this clip, though, to the close-up of it being turned off for a dramatic purpose. And this is the kind of thing I want to see in your videos. I don't just want to see a long shot of him turning it off. I want to see it cut to different things. I want to see it cut to the close-up of whatever you're talking about right there. And you'll be learning about editing later. But that's what I want you to plan on doing, is have some nice clips that you'll show the action maybe with a medium shot, which is a shot that shows about half a person, and then you'll show a cut to a close-up of what the action is. And for a documentary, this is important. You can have B-roll footage or other cuts that come in. Or for a drama, this is important because it enhances the sense of drama. I'll give you a good example here as well. So right here, we have them showing up in one room ready to battle with their lightsabers. These are my digital media campers from last year. But what makes it a lot more exciting and dramatic is that they decided they wanted to cut to a close-up of this nice little lightsaber coming out with the background, throwing it around. So again, they've arrived, but then they decide they're going to cut to a close-up of this thing coming out to show, and maybe even that one too, to show, hey, and then it shows their faces too. So it builds some sense of drama and then it goes back to, hey, we're going to fight now. So there they go, they're fighting. And then it shows the girls, they're ready to fight too. It's really fun how they cut those things together. I think it made it a lot better than just trying to shoot the whole thing in one long shot where you just show the whole thing happening with one, the camera sitting on one side and showing them all fighting and so forth. Instead, it cuts to the little things that make it more dramatic. So I hope you understand what I'm talking about. You cut to the little things that make it more dramatic. Get multiple clips and then piece them together in an editor like this. And this is iMovie on the iPad, by the way. So hopefully that gives you an idea of what's going on over the future, but you'll be reading and learning about these things as we move forward to this video project. But again, for this week, just watch the videos, then post about what you think you might do your video on. We're talking about drama this week. Next week will be a documentary, and then the week after that will be editing. So I think that's about it. Good luck and have a great week.